Let's talk about sound baths. You might have seen them on YouTube or Instagram, like people lying on a yoga mat while someone playing the gongs and singing bowls in the background. Maybe you even walk past a class in your gym and wonder, what the heck is this? Is this a meditation or a relaxation class or a new age hippie or woohoo stuff? Hi, I'm Tony, here to talk about everything beyond the ordinary, everyday life psychology stuff to help us think differently about life, meaning, and what's really going on beneath the surface. And for the last 12 months, I've been going to weekly sound bath classes, sometimes even twice a week. And honestly, it's become one of the most powerful tools that I found for calming stress, releasing emotions, and reconnecting with myself. In this video, I want to share with you what a sound bath really is, the science and the tradition behind it, and what I personally experienced over the last year.
I tried sound bath class for 1 year. Here's what I learned.
So what exactly is a sound bath? It's basically a meditation experience when you lie down, close your eyes, and let waves of sound wash over your body. The person leading the class uses instruments like singing bowls, gongs, chimes, and sometimes shamanic drums and vocal tones. It's not music in the traditional sense. It's more like a sound journey. And even though it feels new agey or hippie, this practice has deep roots. Like Tibetan monks have used singing bowls for centuries for meditation and healing. In indigenous traditions across Americas and Australia, sound has been used in ceremony and energy work. In many cultures, sound was even seen as a sacred medicine. And now, modern science is finally catching up. A few clinical studies have shown that sound baths can lower blood pressure, reduce anxiety, and improve sleep. In one study from the University of California, participants reported significant improvements in tension, mood, and spiritual well-being just after one sound bath session. Another review found that sound therapy helps people with chronic pain and cancer feel calmer and more emotionally regulated. So what's actually happening here? Scientists believe that sound therapy works by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, what we call the rest and digest mode. And sound baths may also stimulate the vagus nerve, which plays a key role in regulating the emotional states, heart rate, and overall calm. At the brain level, sound baths can lead to a shift from the busy, stressful beta brainwaves to a slower alpha and theta waves. The same pattern we see in deep meditation or REM sleep. That's why after just 15 minutes, it can seem like time has slowed down or even disappeared. And the best part, you don't have to do anything. You just lie down and receive. So here's how I ended up going to sound bath classes at my gym in London every week. One day, I noticed they were offering these daily sound bath sessions, and I thought, okay, let's give it a go. So I tried a few different classes with teachers who played the basic singing bowls and gongs, kind of like the ones you see on YouTube. But the weirdest part is that I always fell asleep in those type of classes and felt like the classes only lasted for 15 minutes, even though the session was a full hour. But things really shifted when I started going to sessions with two different teachers, Jenny and Carrie. Each of them had a unique way of leading the class, and both took me deeper than I'd ever gone before. Jenny's session felt very shamanic. She played these deep, earthy drums, and she would sing and chant in this raw, powerful way that just pulled you in. Carrie, on the other hand, created more of a cinematic sound journey. He used stereo speakers and layered music tracks. And sometimes you hear a voice in the background sharing a quote or a message. It was like a guided storytelling through sound. Both styles were very different, but they had similar effects. They didn't pull me to sleep, they pulled me to something deeper. It was like going on a journey inside myself. I began experiencing tingling all over my body. Sometimes my body would twitch and release tension, just like what I experienced in those altered states breathwork that I mentioned in my previous video. And sometimes I would get big stress and emotional release, like lots of tears coming down from big yawns. And then sometimes there were these big downloads, like clear answers to the big questions or anything I was having problem with at the time. What I learned is this: the teacher makes all the difference. Some keep it very simple and structured, which can be very relaxing, but often put you to sleep. Others create a deeper, more immersive experience that can take you into the altered states and bring up insights and emotions. So it's really about finding a teacher whose style you connect with. Now, if you tried other practices like meditation or breathwork, you might be wondering, how does sound bath compare? While meditation is good, but let's be honest, it's hard work, and it takes time to get good at. And sometimes your mind just won't quiet down. And breathwork can be very powerful, especially the altered states inducing kind that I made a video about, so click here to check it out. But it can be quite intense and requires lots of physical efforts, puffing breaths in and out. And it can sometimes bring up deep and heavy stuff that's too much to process if you do it every week. Sound bath, on the other hand, is completely passive. You don't do anything, you just receive. It's gentle, but it still takes you deep. That's why I recommend it as one of the best ways to start exploring these altered states of consciousness, especially if you're new to these experiences. So if you're new to sound baths, here are my 3 biggest tips. 1. Set an intention before the session. Nothing too complicated, just a sentence like, I'm open to receive whatever I need today, whether it's just a good rest or a solution to this problem I'm having. 2. Shift your attention from the thoughts in your head to the sensations in your body. Instead of analyzing what's in your head, just feel. Notice where the sound is vibrating in your body. I usually feel it on my skin, feet, and hands first. This will help to quiet the ordinary, everyday mind chatter. And 3. Relax your breath. I like to extend my exhale longer than my inhale, like inhaling for 2 counts and exhaling for 4 counts. And sometimes I do a super gentle version of the holotropic breathwork that I mentioned in my last breathwork video to help myself drop in deeper, but nothing intense. So before I started sound bath classes, I honestly thought that there's just a way to relax after a long and stressful day. Just lie down on the mat while someone plays soothing music. But after doing it regularly for 1 year, I started thinking differently. Because quantum science shows us that everything is vibration. Even the parts of us that feel solid, our body, our thoughts, our emotions, they're all just energy vibrating at different frequencies. And there's this quote often linked to Nikola Tesla. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So if everything's vibration, we are vibration too. That means sound baths help us retune to our natural, authentic vibration, beneath the noise and the chaos of the world around us. They remind us what it feels like to be in harmony, not just with ourselves, but with something much greater. Every time we lie down in sound, we're not just relaxing and recovering. We're tuning back into the deeper parts of ourselves, the part that's always been whole, beautiful, and perfect. So I hope this video helped you understand a bit more about sound bath classes and even encourage you to try one out. If you already tried one, let me know how it felt for you. And if you haven't yet, what's stopping you? So leave a comment, give this video a like, and subscribe to my channel. It will really help me to make more videos like this. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.